Bobby Clampett here, and again, what an exciting third round of the U.S. Open at Shinnecock. And certainly for the players that were playing in the afternoon, a huge disadvantage. And I've seen this before in the 7 U.S. Opens that I've competed in. It reminded me, especially the ones that are competed on Poa annua, and so many of the U.S. Opens are competed on Poa annua greens. What happens late in the afternoon when the sun is baking on them and the wind gets to them is Poa annua starts to die out. And when Poa annua starts to get that brown, shiny sheen to it, the greens get so incredibly fast. And if you notice, there were so many patches of it on the golf course. And to gauge the speed of the greens is nearly impossible. You sit there and you look at it and you think, yeah, I know it's going to be quick, but then it's unbelievably quick. And then if it has a little bit of the sheen but not a ton of it, then it gets back to normal speed. And you get these little patches of it, and it's crazy. And that's clearly what the leaders were having to face, especially coming down the last few holes today. 15 was an unbelievable green, 17, 18, and watching Koepka 3-putt and Dustin Johnson 3-putt. I just felt sorry for the guys because it really was unfair. And even Mike Davis said it got out of hand today. They weren't expecting the winds, and the winds were a huge contributing factor. I did see the sunshine was in the forecast all day, and anytime you get that kind of sunshine, you know the greens are going to dry out, even though there's not a lot of winds in the forecast. So I think there's a good lesson that USGA could have learned today. Now, that made a huge advantage, didn't it, for guys like Daniel Berger and Tony Finau, who took advantage of it and posted 4 under par 66s this morning when they had barely made the cut. And so all of a sudden now they're tied for the lead. Incredible how you can have this kind of turn of events, but the weather and the conditions of the greens really dictated that. What's going to happen tomorrow? My goodness, a 4-way tie for the lead. Is Dustin Johnson going to continue his assault? And number 1 ranking is Brooks Koepka, the defending champion. Really great round of golf by Brooks today. I still like him. I picked him yesterday. If Dustin was going to falter, I like Brooks. But now all of a sudden you got these Tony Finau and Daniel Berger are right back in it. What are the greens going to look like today or tomorrow? Mike Davis said for sure they're not going to. They're going to water them heavily or put a lot of water on them. They're not going to get that sheen that they got to today. I look for the scoring conditions actually to be pretty good tomorrow. If that's the case, I'm really looking at Dustin Johnson and Brooks Koepka. I think it could be a real duel between the two of them. Tony Finau, you know, when Tony, he was injured at the Masters this year and had an incredible final round, and really played some great golf. I've known Tony since he was a kid. I'm super impressed with this young man. He is not detracted by these kinds of stages. He can handle it. So I'm looking forward to that. But you never know in this game, do you? I mean, Ricky Fowler shot 84 today, so it's a crazy game. The U.S. Open, it really separates. And how about Phil Mickelson on 13 today? I've never seen anything like that. My gosh. Hits this putt. It's going down the hill. He hits a moving ball on purpose. I know in his mind he knew it was a 2-stroke penalty, but it looked like for a while there that he might actually get disqualified. But John Bodenhammer, my former teammate at BYU, was right there handling the rule situation, and I think they made the right call, 2-stroke penalty. I like it. Clearly, you cannot hit a moving ball or make a stroke at a moving ball. It's a 2-shot penalty. So anyway, can't wait for Father's Day tomorrow. It's going to be a great one, and we'll have a report at the end of the tournament after tomorrow's final round.